shares of Target now up almost $6.
Hey guys, good morning. It's Dave Santarelli from BreakingChartAlerts.com and Santarelli Trading Exchange. Welcome. Hope everyone's having a good start to their Monday. Let's get started here. So first off, we got a lot of earnings this week. If you guys look in the trade room there, I posted, let me post the live link here first in the trade room. Alrighty, guys, so I posted the earnings week here in the trade room. I highlighted a few. After the bell today, we got Pinterest, Activision, and we got Avis. You know, we saw Hertz get that big climb here. If we look at HTZ, Hertz has been on a tear higher here. I mean, look at this. This stock was just at $16. It broke $21.60 just last week there, so we'll see what that does. Avis after the bell today, Activision, Pinterest. Tuesday morning, we got Uber, Caterpillar, BP Petroleum, JetBlue, Marriott, Marathon Oil, and we also have Air Canada and Ferrari. Tuesday after the close, we got AMD, PayPal, Occidental Petroleum, which I think they're going to do phenomenal. I think I'm thinking about doing a trade on Oxy. We got Airbnb, SoFi, Starbucks, Gilead. Wednesday morning, the ones that are of interest to me is going to be Under Armour. Let's take a look at UA there quick. And this stock has been absolutely slammed, and it's finally starting to take off. This is one I think could have a nice climb there. I wouldn't mind buying some shares, selling some covered calls against this one. I think that's going to be a really nice opportunity to do that. So definitely one I want to look at here is UA. Keep that on the watch list, and we will watch that out. Also, we got Moderna Wednesday morning. We got CVS Health. We got Regeneron, and we got Yum Brands. After the bell on Wednesday, we got Lucid, Robinhood, and Booking. And then Thursday morning, we got Alibaba, some of the Chinese stocks. Kellogg's, John, I know that's one of your favorites there. Kellogg's, they pay a good dividend. I know you got some shares of that. So we got Kellogg's earnings Thursday morning. Datadog, ConocoPhillips, and Eli Lilly. Eli Lilly's been doing pretty well there too. Let's see, what else do we got? AMC after the bell, Twilio, and Carvana on Thursday. Carvana had a big drop there. We could possibly look at that one. And then on Friday morning, we got DraftKings. So we got a lot of earnings coming out this week. Tuesday is going to be the big day. Tuesday after the bell, we got the AMD, PayPal. Whatever AMD does, that's why we picked up that piggyback trade with NVIDIA. So we'll be looking at NVIDIA for a climb there, probably Tuesday afternoon, Wednesday morning there. And we're going to be looking to day trade some SPY here today. So let's take a look at SPY. And we can see SPY here down about 0.65%. Today, 1 minute chart. Opening bell, you know, we had the drop. Now let's see if we're going to continue lower. We're going to give it the first 15 minutes here. I'm watching the watch list, seeing what's moving on top. We got Boeing having a nice move, up about 4.7% right here. 3-month daily, Boeing's taking off, looking pretty darn good. If we jump out here, we got that next area of resistance right around that 175. So if we wanted to do something with Boeing, we could possibly target like a August monthly expo. Look for that quick 7.5 point climb there, up to about 175. Gilead's on the move there. Let's see, Amazon down about $1. Baidu's down about 4% there. That's a big pullback. Baba's not doing too much here with earnings coming up. Tesla shares broke 900. We had those calls on Tesla last week. Locked them in, I think, right around here on the 28th. And then, of course, on Friday we had the big breakout, and we broke, you know, we got up to that 900 we were talking about. We're breaking 900 here today. So definitely going to keep an eye on Tesla. S&P futures pulling back here. So let's take a look at SPY. Today, 1 minute. We'll keep an eye on SPY. Give it the first 15 minutes, and then I'm going to get the option chain ready to go. Good morning, Rigo. Good morning, guys. Let's see, Activision up about a penny there. Pfizer up about 25 cents. Hertz is up another 1% today. Hertz back in the green, taking off nicely. Here is Avis. We got Avis earnings. When are they coming out? After the bell here today. So that's going to be interesting to see what they do. That's coming off the lows there nicely. Look at Avis here. Ticker symbol CAR. We're having a nice breakout there. We held that 150 support here going way back to June. June, July, August. We held that 150, just starting to break out. It's got earnings after the bell. That could be one that gets quickly right back up to that 250. ExxonMobil down about 3% there today. Notice this one, first candle below previous candle's body. With our trade plan, that's a sign of a pullback, possibly back down to that 10, about $90. So that's about another 4-point drop that it could have there, which is about another, 3.5%, 4% pullback that's possible there with ExxonMobil. So make sure you're watching that. Let's see what Oxy's doing there today. Oxy earnings are coming up. Tuesday after the bell, holding that 10, down about 2.6%.
Moving a bit lower at $6.98.
John posted Kazakhstan output up 15% in July versus June.
Shares traded as high as $29 on
Tesla at 908, continuing to break out, 909. Nvidia trying to get a little climb there. FedEx up about 0.32%. Not much happening yet. Let's see what SPY's doing.
TZOO resuming now.
SPY's getting a little bit of a climb off that low there. Almost at highs of the day for SPY. 409.64 is the high of the day on SPY. So watching that.
Hotel Kilo Delta.
Intel shares up about 1.14%, continuing to climb. That one has that big X dividend day coming up too. Remember that. That's looking pretty good.
As well, not halted yet. $1.74.
Tesla is breaking out big time. $9.15 a share on Tesla. She's up almost 3%. Travelzoo shares resume trading. Move higher. They're up about 12%. Let's take a look at Tzoo. You know, we also got Booking, Priceline, BKNG earnings Wednesday after the bell. Avis is taking off nicely. Micron up about 1%.
RDBX, Redbox Entertainment spiking here on heavy volume. Romeo Delta Bravo X-Ray up 17%.
Costco. Capital One there, down about $3 here.
There's a Tesla
PayPal doing.
$920.67.
Wanted to do something with PayPal there too. COF, just keeping an eye on that. Tesla up $25 now for the day. FedEx is still getting a climb here too. I'm watching the watch list as we're waiting for that 945 to come up, seeing what's moving here, what's not.
Shares hitting $19.89 at the high for a
See what JPM is doing there in Bank of America. Financials down a little bit here today. Consolidation on BAC, JPM, consolidation. Want to see that breakout above that 116 or, you know, about 113 is that support area. See what that does there today.
The Outset Medical now halted for news.
PayPal.
Question on that.
Tesla's still on the climb. Intel's looking good there. Broke 37.05.
So Michael shares are up 28%.
Amazon looks like that's starting to come back there as well. Trying to get a climb off that low. Let's take a look at SPY. We'll look to day trade SPY here. 9:38, 8 minutes in. So we're starting to catch up now. So that's why we wait the first 15 minutes of the day with our trade plan. You know, waiting to see what we're going to do at this 10-day. Start to get these crossovers here. Perfect for our setup here for day trading. So let's see if we can break that high of the morning there at 9:30 and start that climb on SPY. I'm watching Qs over to the right there. Qs are looking pretty good. Qs are getting a climb above that 10. Just had highs of the day at that 936 candle. See if we can hold that 10. We'll see if we get that MACD moving average convergence, divergence, crossover, and some green bars above the zero line on the histogram of the MACD. Boeing shares up $6.40. Watching that. And Tesla up $27 now, still continuing to break out. FedEx also having a good morning here. FedEx shares continuing to climb up $3.60. So far this morning we got FedEx taking off. We got Tesla now up 29 bucks. And still breaking out. Intel's up 2%, still breaking out there. Tesla now up $30, continuing that breakout, 921.
Shares at $7.11.
Pfizer.
31%.
Walmart's starting to move here as well. Walmart's almost at highs of the day here. Highs of the day last candle. 3-month daily on Walmart. That's looking pretty good. If we look at Target, Target shares were up nicely. TGT up 2.37% on Target. Got right up to that 170 resistance, going all the way back to May 27th there. So we got to watch that. We already have the crossovers looking good. First candle is above that 10, 20, 50-day simple moving average on Target. The MACD looks great. Histogram's looking good. But we're starting to pull back from that 170 resistance on Target. So I'd probably look for a little bit of profit taking, maybe down to that 163, 162, and then we'll look for that next breakout.
And then T-Mobile, everyone's ignoring how aggressive T-Mobile is.
HKD resuming trade.
NVIDIA is ready to turn green here. There we go. NVIDIA back in the green. That was just down over $1. NVIDIA's back in the green there. Looking good. Like to see that Capital One start to take off there. 106.33 on Capital One.
Outset Medical.
NVIDIA still getting that climb, up 12 cents on the day. FedEx looking good. AT&T starting to get that climb there as well. There goes Tesla up $29. Skyjack said Apple's taking off there. Let's take a look at Apple. Apple's not looking bad on a daily there. I'd be targeting that 170 on Apple. NVIDIA is taking off, up 70 cents now at highs of the day on NVIDIA. Continuing that breakout. Let's take a look at today, 1 minute on NVIDIA there. New highs of the day on NVIDIA, 182.56, continuing a strong breakout. Stock currently up 0.5%, 0.6% now. You like that, Dylan, huh?
Oh, yeah. That's real nice. Look at that. Exploding.
That's looking pretty good there. That's looking good. Now we just need the financials to take off there as well. Now, see, NVIDIA, we got that shorter term expo. We have the August 5th, which is this week, obviously. So that's looking great there. Now,
if AMD posts good earnings, it should
that's why we got the trade, a piggyback trade off of AMD. So if AMD does well tomorrow, that NVIDIA is going to take off nicely. If that gets a 6% climb there, where the hell's my calculator at? Here it is here. So let's just say, because, NVIDIA usually has a decent climb there, when she starts to break out. So let's say she gets just like a 5% climb. 183, multiply that by 1.05. That would take us up to about 192.15. So we have the 182.50 You know, what did we pay for that? $3.20, right? So we paid $3.20 for that. I think that's what we paid. Let me go back here and take a look.
Nvidia calls, I think it was more than that.
Was it? There's something we paid $3.20 for. I forgot which one that was. Let me see.
I entered in around the same time, and I got filled at about 4.
Let me see. Nvidia 444. Yep, 444 we got in. So we got in at 444. She's at 5 something now. 5.2. So, you know, that's the one that expires this week. So if we get up to that 192, that's worth $10 there. If we paid 444, 10 divide that by 4.44, that's going to be about 125% gain. So, you know, that's what I'm going to be looking for with Nvidia. And hopefully we can lock that in tomorrow after, well, not after hours there, but maybe Wednesday morning we'd be able to lock that in. So if we get a quick climb though up to, 190 before earnings, I will definitely lock that in. Even though there's a chance of it going to that 200 after AMD earnings, if it hits that 190 before, I'll lock that in for sure. Now we got to watch JP Morgan, Capital One. Amazon's looking good there today. Amazon's back in the green. And we got Nvidia taking off. There goes Nvidia, more new highs of the day. And she is taking off there. Look at that, 183.50 she's nearing. We're up $2,000 on the day on Nvidia. Capital One right now, I'm down $5,000 on the day on that little bit of a pullback there, but I'm up $2,000 on Amazon and $2,000 on Nvidia, so kind of flattened out the day there a little bit, which is good. Waiting for those financials to start to move. Capital One's coming off the lows, which is really nice there. There goes Nvidia starting that climb again, so it's just typical Monday morning. We're going to be looking at SPY for some day trades. John is the newsman there in the trade room. Thank you for sharing that stuff there, John. Always looking down here for any type of breaking news that we could possibly trade off of. Looking at the watch list here. Let's see what else is moving on the watch list.
July manufacturing PMI 52.2. Consensus was 52.3.
Look at that. John's ahead of Charlie there. Nice, John. And there goes Nvidia taking off again. More new highs of the day on Nvidia, breaking 183.51, 183.61, 183.72. Nvidia having a great breakout there. Dylan, what did you say you were in Nvidia at?
446.
446?
2 cents more than you.
Nice.
S&P futures 41.50 now.
FedEx is up over $4 now. Tesla $32, AMD 2%, NBEV 3%. They didn't like those numbers. I was thinking about jumping into an Oxy trade there, Ronald. Are you in Oxy or are you thinking about jumping in? Oxy reports earnings tomorrow after the bell there. And this is the one that Warren Buffett just loaded up on, so I think that could easily see that $70 again. That's a nice move there higher too, from $64.80 to $70 if you're looking at some Oxy calls. Excuse me. Thank you. Thank you, John. Let's see. John Rhodes there says, I'm in Oxy 50 contract 66. What expo you have there, John? Okay, he's got this week's expo on Oxy. What's the implied move? Let me go take a look. Let me see what that implied move is on Oxy there for you, John. OXY. About 6.62% there on Oxy. Look at this. Warning, this company sometimes reports during market hours. Next earnings date, August 2nd, after close. Implied move for the week for August 5th is 6.62%. So what you do to see if that's a possibility of getting up there, you do that 64.26, which is the current price. And if you think it's higher, you multiply that by 1.0662, and that brings you up to 68.50. So I think John said he had the 66, so they'd be worth at least $2.50 if it had that 6.62% higher from now until that August 5th. So that's not bad.
10 a.m. Eastern Time.
Look at the market movers over here, largest percent stock gainers. I always take a look at those, see if there's anything on our radar here.
We're not a political show. We're a newscast. We have resources all over the world. Heightened alert for American troops. This is a place.
Pearson. Remember Pearson?
Talking to me?
Yeah.
Did we look at that last week?
No. C-E-I-M-A... What is that? M-A-I-A. Biotechnology.
Got some big earnings due out tomorrow morning from Cat. Don't miss our interview.
NVIDIA up a buck there.
Eastern Time Zone. We cannot wait.
Watching Q's, that's finally starting to come back. You see how that news came out? The market's had a little bit of a reaction to that news.
Cat's no longer up and down. He's had a great dividend policy. Obviously, he's levered to mining, metals, but oil's more important than
A little bit of a reaction to that PMI number that came out, and now we're climbing again. And we almost got SPY at highs of the day. 410.50. You guys can see that area of resistance for the day so far. So we're looking to break above this candle right here at that 944. We break above that candle, and we're going to be looking for that next takeoff here. Let's see, what's the market doing? We got the NASDAQ only down about 27 points. S&P 500 down about 14 now. Big difference from opening bell there when we were at 408.50. Now we're at 410.50. So typical Monday morning. And we got Capital One taking off there too, near 107, coming off the lows. JP Morgan doing the same, holding that blue 20-day simple moving average. I'm looking at that over to the right there. JP Morgan came down quite a bit. Now it's starting to get that climb and holding above that blue 20-day simple moving average on a daily chart. NVIDIA starting to take off again, up $1.20, nearing 183. We got FedEx shares up almost $6 here today. I'm watching FedEx. There goes FedEx, almost at highs of the day. We got Tesla. Holy smokes, up 32 bucks there, almost nearing highs of the day there too. Man, that Tesla. Remember, I had a big trade on Tesla. What was it, like 15 grand?
5%. Yeah. It was a big one.
Wish I held on. I locked in a nice profit on that, but it would have been about 50 to 75 grand higher if I held. Boeing's having a hell of a day there, up almost $8. Up 5% on the day. PayPal's starting to climb. Remember, PayPal has earnings tomorrow after the bell. And if you guys are looking here, let me bring up the earnings calendar here. Oh, shoot.
we have to tighten our belt, and that's been a sign that things are
So here is the earnings calendar for this week here. This is what I'm looking for. These are the big ones. We got AMD. We got PayPal. We got Occidental Petroleum, which Warren Buffett just bought. I don't even know how much. What did he buy? Like $1 billion worth of it? Yeah, do a quick search. How much did Warren Buffett buy of Oxy? I know he's been adding, but I'd like to know the total. We got SoFi there, Airbnb, Starbucks. Tomorrow morning, we got Uber. Caterpillar should be a good one. Remember, we were looking at Caterpillar, and that was climbing nicely. Let's see there. Baba's now in the green. Baba's up $1.
Yeah, he's close to like 780 million.
780 million.
Close.
BP, that should be a good one. ExxonMobil, Chevron, they had big earnings beats. So
He has about a $10.6 billion.
10.6 billion.
Yep, 179.7 million shares.
Ferrari tomorrow morning. Simon Property Group, remember that? Spidgy, we were trading that all the time during COVID there. That had that large pullback, and then when they gave the what was it, the PPP, and Simon got a big chunk of that. We started buying some calls on that, made some good money on Simon. SPG. We got Pinterest tomorrow morning, or after the bell here today. Tomorrow morning, Uber, Caterpillar, BP, JetBlue, Marathon, Marriott, Air Canada. Yeah, we got a lot coming up
We got
here.
some big explosions happening right now. Nvidia, Spy.
Oh, I know. I can't wait to look back at that. Boeing there's taking off there too. Nvidia up at 184.22. Man, do I even want to refresh my account here? Look at Q's taking off. Q's are having a big breakout there. Guys, it's going to be a nice week. We got a lot of earnings coming up, so it's going to be a volatile week. Under Armour, you know, that's definitely one I want to take a look at because that one's dirt cheap there. What, $8 a share after just beating at 60-some bucks? Robinhood, Lucid, Marathon Oil. You know, we got Booking Holdings, Alibaba there, Datadog. We got a lot going on. Look at PayPal taking off. But the big one there, NVIDIA. Let's take a look and let's refresh here, NVIDIA. Nice, up $3,000 for the day on NVIDIA. Capital One starting to come back. That's looking good. Was down $5,000 on Capital One, only down $4,000 now. And that's a large trade, though. That's a $15,000 trade. So, you know, that's why that one's so volatile there. Larger trade, I could expect that. Liking the looks of that NVIDIA, though. Liking the looks of that. We might see that NVIDIA hit that 190 by tomorrow. If we do, I'll lock that in. We got FedEx there up $6, highs of the day. Tesla up $41 now for the day. Man. All right, let's take a look at SPY there. We got Avis still taking off there. Avis is looking pretty darn good. And Avis got earnings. When is it? Today after the bell? Yep, today after the bell. What do you think Avis is going to report there? Walmart's up $2. Look at Walmart going there. Nice breakout on Walmart. I'm watching Capital One still taking off there, coming off those lows really nicely there. Really nicely. Like the looks of that. Hertz is having a big day there too, up 2%.
Spiking to the highs now. Bravo, 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 Yankee.
BBBY, Bed Bath & Beyond at highs of the day. Nice. Markets are still climbing. We have NASDAQ now in the green. NASDAQ's up 15 points on the day, and we have the S&P 500 down about 4 points, and it's looking like that's going to be turning green there as well. We got Capital One climbing nicely. Yep. No reason to close it out there, Island Time. No reason. Bed Bath Beyond looking great. Intel 3710.
Question for our ministry.
Micron up 2%. Micron's now at highs of the day. And there goes NVIDIA up $2.71. NVIDIA's almost at highs of the day. And
Washington is serious with him specifically. Is he going to discuss it?
a couple pennies away from highs of the day on NVIDIA. There we go. New highs of the day on NVIDIA. Another nice breakout, up 3,500 for the day on NVIDIA. Amazon, we're up almost $3,000 on Amazon there today. So we are in the green overall here today. Want to see those financials start to climb. Look at NVIDIA going. Nice breakout on NVIDIA. She's near 185. All right, let's take a look, see if we want to do something here with SPY. Here was that 945. We had that 1020 crossover. As soon as we broke that, started that climb. There they go. They're talking about Nancy Pelosi again going over there to Taiwan. SPY still breaking out, looking pretty good there. NVIDIA now up $3.10. 1.73% on the day. NVIDIA is looking great. I like that JP Morgan getting that climb there. Capital One's climbing beautifully off that low. That MAIA, I'm watching that down here on the most active stocks, also on the largest percent stock gainers, and that keeps moving up. I'm watching that. There goes Capital One. Just had a nice little candle there. Capital One's on the move there. Take a look at COF. Today, 1 minute, had that 1020 cross. I'd love to see it break that 109 there today, which is definitely possible. Nice breakout there on COF. NVIDIA up $2.77. Looking good here so far today. I'm watching that Avis. She's still breaking out. $3.06. Apple's looking pretty good. Consolidating. Breaks that 163. We could be looking. COF, another nice breakout. 107.83. And we got JP Morgan starting to climb and break out there as well. Nice little breakout on JPM. Looking good.
HKD resuming.
Qs are starting to pull back a little bit there, but still in the green, up 11 points on the day. But coming down, retesting that 10-day. We got JP Morgan getting a nice little climb, and we got Capital One near 108, continuing that breakout. Capital One at the lows today, 105.99. She's at 108 now. It's over a $2 climb from the lows. Let's see what else is moving here. Baba shares up 49 cents. Tesla up 34 bucks. ISM data due 1 minute. John's going to be posting that info there.
ISM manufacturing PMI.
And we got an ISM beat, 52.8.
52.8 versus June 53.
Market's getting a little climb off that. There goes Q's.
Minus 1.1%. The consensus was plus 0.1%.
Q's getting a nice breakout there. And there goes Apple breaking out. Look at Capital One, 108.25 on Capital One. There goes JP Morgan. And there goes Q's. SPY, everything taken off beautifully here. Nice breakout. Let's see if we could hold that and continue that breakout. Capital One's looking great there. Like the looks of that one. Let's see, NVIDIA up $2.80 on the day. FedEx up $5. Let's see if Q's and SPY are going to continue that breakout here.
S&P futures continuing mostly basically higher now, 41.30.
Watching the watch list there. Seeing what is moving. Tesla at 28 bucks. There goes Capital One breaking out again. 108.37. Only down $1.46 now on the day. JP Morgan starting to break out, near 114 again.
Futures pulling back a bit here now.
Housing just gets worse. That's that construction spending. But hey, that's good. That's what we want to see. We want to see those housing prices come down, the market normalize there.
Builders First Source reports today reported so that
Use
plays into that
reports
as well.
second quarter
I think
financial
Builders First Source
results.
had a bad beat.
Did you look at their chart?
A loss of 92 cents.
I'm watching that Capital One there. I don't want to jinx it. 108.31. Qs are still holding that 10. Pretty flat. See if we get a climb there. SPY holding that 10 there as well. There goes Capital One there. Another nice breakout. 108.50 on Capital One.
The estimate was a loss of 70 cents, so that's a what loss.
I'm
in
seeing more and
10
more of this watch list turning green as the days going by. So looking pretty darn good. That Boeing's up $9. 168.
Revenue
13.
for the second quarter of 25.1 million, short of the $27.49 million estimate for Onset Medical. Sees revenue for
Now see that construction spending right here? This we could send that out on the app. That's good important news right there because we could see that construction spending down 1.1% for June versus they were expecting it plus 0.2%. So,
Push notification.
yes, sir.
New SASC and SSC solutions. That's Charlie Michael, Charlie Sandy Alpha, and Foxtrot Tango November Tango.
Some of the disinflationary metrics that are coming in.
You know, it's interesting, and I know this can be confusing to some of the viewers, but there's a difference between so-called nominal and real, right? So you can have a 1% GDP and 1% inflation and get zero. You can have 8 and get zero. And what's confusing people right now is we have a very high inflation rate, but we still have a very strong nominal GDP. So I think in earnings season, you're seeing maybe slightly better numbers than people think because the nominal GDP is high, 8% or whatever, but we have such high CPI that it looks like we're printing a little bit negative GDP. So don't be misled. It'll take time for the Fed's action to slow the economy down. We need something like that. It will slow, and it'll slow more in the next couple of quarters than people think.
So you really.
It's not housing market, it's
is not if.
construction spending.
You know, I think when I focus on corporate earnings, Sarah and I were just talking about this a second ago. I mean,
So
look at the revenue growth for consumer businesses over the last 20 years. Basically, every consumer
perfect.
industry.
Construction spending down.
They all grow between 6 and 8%.
You want to add any kind of link to it, or just leave how it is?
Just as is.
Somewhere 20-30% for every single one. So when you see it that starkly, you know we pulled forward revenue from the future, and that the rates are going to slow. Is it all on the price? I don't know. I don't think so. I think when companies have missed, they generally have gone down. Not all of them, generally. So I think we're in this sort of period where I'd say I can't be as optimistic as I was a month ago because the market's up 9 S&P, 12 Nasdaq, and my expectation for earnings are not any better than they were a month ago. So I'm not like Dr. Doom, but I just think you have to find winners and losers in that
So
concept.
just to translate, it sounds like your view is you're not super positive on stocks right now on the idea that a lot of what we're seeing is sort of distorted by COVID, and a lot of it is the give back is still going to come, and the downturn is still ahead of us.
It's interesting, sir. I think it was
Nvidia at highs of the day.
Is she?
Breaking out.
Beautiful. I'm just posting this here.
HII Huntington Ingalls was awarded $826 million task order to deliver decisive missions, actions, and technology
SPY breaking out.
services to the Department of Defense, Hotel India, India.
high interest expense to their net income, and they have lots of debt. They got to repay.
SPY had a nice breakout.
Work home, net. I think it's a stock pickers market more and more as we go forward.
There we go. I just made that. Well, look at that breakout. Damn. Just turned my head there. Look at that. Let's see. What'd you say? Nvidia's taking off there too.
Yeah.
Nvidia up $3.60, 185 there. Let's refresh that baby. Oh my God! Look at Capital One.
Jesus Christ.
Look at Capital One and J.P. Morgan. Yeah, baby. There we go. There we go. Let's see. We should have some nice gains here now today.
Jumped into a SPY trade.
Let's see.
At the news of it.
Man, Nvidia's up $5 freaking grand here for me today. What a beauty.
I jumped into the 412 calls on SPY, filled at 111, they're at 175.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Here we go. There's that Nvidia trade that we're in right now. Here is Nvidia. It's worth about 13,000 right now. We're up 4,300 for the day on that. We had 20 contracts. It's at 655 now. We paid 444 for that. So we got a nice breakout. And if you guys will take a look at Capital One, she's at highs of the day right now. She's going to be ready to turn green. JP Morgan, nice breakout there, nearing 115 on JPM. Loving it. Loving it. That is a nice trade right there, though, that Nvidia. I really think we're going to see that 1.9. You know, like, do I want to take profits at that 190 though? Like, that's what I mentally got to prepare for right now, because the way Nvidia's breaking out, it looks like she's gonna hit that today.
Well, and see, so what I was looking at on the daily chart for NVIDIA is the 196 target level, because that's your next area of that key resistance right up here.
Yeah, but see, the thing is though, with that AMD earnings, so if AMD misses, we know Nvidia is gonna pull back freaking 5 to 10%. You know, do you want to stay in it then? You know, Capital One's still going. So that's what I got to mentally prepare for with NVIDIA. What do I want to do with it? John P. says, Dave, take profits. The Pelosi China thing could be huge. Bad risk to reward to wait. I should lock in some profits on NVIDIA. Should I lock him in? Or just give it a little bit?
Personally, I'm going to give it a little bit. I'm going to let it run. The technicals on all time frames look nice to the upside. And she doesn't go in there for a while, so, or for a couple days at least.
I'm watching Q starting to take off there again, too.
C-shaped life sciences.
There goes Q's taking off.
Volume here, FDA 510K notification. Being circulated now.
What's that?
Picked up a 54% gain on SPY just now.
Nice. You post that in the trade room?
I'll do it now.
No, you gotta do that beforehand. There goes Nvidia again. There goes Q's, Nvidia.
What I think I would do is say, if I were the Fed, I'd say, wait a minute, guys, we convinced you for many years we could run below 2% CPI as long as we staved off inflation.
There goes Nvidia, another nice breakout there.
We're going to run above 2% for long term, and I'm just going to try to take the edge off hyperinflation. I think that's
Man, look at Nvidia going. She is on fire.
to get to 2% CPI next year. The math of CPI is just going to say, you know, GDP down 10 is going to be massive.
Beautiful.
Loving it, loving it.
It could come down fast.
It could, and then
Report Chinese military will hold exercises in the South China Sea from August 2nd to August
Man, why do
6th.
they gotta do that? You know, they always gotta make that announcement and piss off the markets there. Now we're up $5 on Nvidia as she continues that breakout there.
It's wishful thinking that the Fed is
Nice, bro. Nicely done. That's what I like to see. Beautiful. Look at Nvidia going. She's still breaking out. Now we're up $5,300 for the day on Nvidia alone. And I'm up $4 on freaking, whatchamacallit there,
ENCP,
Amazon.
GraphJet, to be
John's like, lock it in. Lock it in.
With Energem.
There we go. Look at that breakout on Nvidia now. Holy smoke. She's near 187 now. She's going to hit that 190 today. She's going to hit that 190. What do I want to do with her? What a nice breakout there, though. That's a beautiful run.
That's Echo November Charlie Papa.
$5,250 there, and Nvidia's still going.
Investors having a hard time getting a read on the economy this earnings
Loving
season.
it.
High inflation and the stronger dollar continue to wreak havoc across industries. Our Steve Leisman joining us now with an economic view from the C-suite. Mixed signals, Steve.
Yeah, interesting to follow that previous guest. While the economic data and forecast, Sarah, both raised concerns about a looming recession. The message from CEOs is more mixed, despite you had marquee warnings from about consumers from Walmart.
Qs are taking off there again. There goes Qs. 317.60 on Qs.
CFMS conforms
There we go. Another new highs of the day on Qs.
approval. That's Charlie Foxtrot, Michael Sandy, CFMS.
Very strong labor market. Consumer balance sheets are generally
That's for its imprint knee replacement system.
All right, just placed an order to close out of Nvidia. Let's see if she's closing. There we go. We're out of Nvidia at 723. Yeah, on the website, we got to close out
Michael
Nvidia.
Sandy.
On this one, right?
Trades
Full price stock getting a pop here on volume.
out of Nvidia at 723, guys. That was a massive gain there on Nvidia. Massive gain on Nvidia. So we were in at 444 out of NVIDIA. Yes, John, you were. But if she reaches that 190, you owe me $5,000, okay? Let's see. So 444. Let me see. 7.23. Divide that by 4.44. That was a 63% gain. So now all we do is...
There's a lot of things that we can't get done because we can't get the people.
All right, in the second quarter so far, revenues up in every sector.
That's a lot for the headline there, too.
Yeah. Goldman Sachs, it notes that the outlook has darkened somewhat. Senator report this
A
morning that management
62.84.
continued revenue growth in this quarter and capex above expectations for this year. So
Okay, now what I'd like you to do is down here, so see how this was the opening order for NVIDIA? Now I want you to get another picture of NVIDIA and show where it's at right now.
Okay.
Same time frame from February till now, and then I want you to add this one that I'm putting in the trade room right below this one, so they see the opening and then they're going to see the closing, okay? So I'm going to write this one up, so just get that chart ready for that. Oh man, NVIDIA's still breaking out there. Damn. All right, so let me see here. So here we go.
OTRK on track, halted at the highs on a circuit breaker. Oscar Tango Romeo Kilo shares up 123% for OTRK.
Sarah, as you know, the process is going to work like this. The manufacturers are going to see the price breaks first, or the decline of the commodity prices first. And now we have to wait to see these companies that
62.84% gain.
what, as you know, the Fed is
Net
watching.
profit
This is the first
equals.
we've had a couple others, some of the regional Fed manufacturers.
What that post there that you just showed me? We were in at 4.3,
It's going to happen here first.
and that
4.30,
And we'll see how much it works out.
correct.
4.30. Okay. So 7.23 divide that by 4.3. That's a 68.14% gain. Even better. 68.14. So let's see, 7.23 minus 4.3. So we made $2.93 a contract. We had 20 contracts. So we made a net profit of $5,860 on that trade. $5,860. That is a nice trade there. Oh, she's still breaking out though.
What was it? 5,000
John's gonna owe me some chicken wings.
5,800.
5,806. I'm gonna share this in here.
Okay.
So you could have.
Sometimes it's a nursery, a playground, or a campground.
Swing trade closed.
A spa, the backdrop for holiday memories. This is where a lot of your life happens. So I'm thinking, why not live it comfortably?
Okay, now I'm gonna post that in the trade room.
Style of furniture.
Dr. Gutman's holding on to NVIDIA. He said, yeah, Dr. Gutman's been on fire with NVIDIA with us. He called me last week. He's like, Dave, I owe you big time on NVIDIA. He had a nice gain on that one. I'm sure he's got a nice one on this one too. I don't know if he's got calls or some shares, but there we go. I just posted that in the trade room. Man, that was a beautiful trade there. Beautiful.
Okay. That one.
What was that? 68.14%?
68.14%.
Scan this code or become a member today at cnbc.com/pro.
Girl, you can do better, at least with your big name wireless carrier. With Xfinity Mobile, you can get unlimited with 5G for $80 per month.
No, I can do better.
Yes, you can. I can do better too. Break free from the big three and switch to Xfinity Mobile.
Oh my God, Capital One freaking almost in the green there. She was just at 109.75. Oh man, that's going to be a beauty there. I can't wait for that one to take off. That's the August 19th Expo. So, you know, there's a reason why we had NVIDIA for this week and, you know, the financials for that August monthly. So that is looking great. Oh, what a day to start the freaking week here. Yes. John, were you in? How many of you guys were in the Nvidia trade? Anyone close that out? Look at that. She just reached 188. What are those contracts at right now?
They're at 770.
770. What did I close it out for? 723. Oh, 20 contracts. So what's that? 50 times 20. So that's about another $1,000. It's not too bad. Let's see, Nvidia. I don't even know what strike I had. The 182.50s. Yep, they're going for 772 now. 775. 780. Continuing to climb there. Nice little breakout there. Skyjack was in Nvidia. How many of you guys were in Nvidia and closed out that 68% gain? That was an easy one there. I still think that's going to... I think, honestly, that's going to reach 200. Just by looking at the move here today on Nvidia, up 3%, up $6 for the day. I really think that one could reach that 200 if AMD has good earnings. Boeing's having a hell of a day, up $10 now.
OTRK,
Captain Thomas said he was in Nvidia, locked in a nice gain.
Right.
Nice, Captain. Usually I see your oh, there we go. He just showed that 2,000. And let me see here.
You've got the one underneath it. Where'd it go? It was there. It might have just deleted.
Wow, this is hot. Now you got to put down here closed right here.
Okay.
So trade, buy to open, and then right down here you put closed, just like those other ones. What do we close at? 7.23.
Yeah. $5,860 gain.
And then obviously make that, make that
Nice and
same
pretty.
size as the other ones.
Maybe make it green.
We just want consistency. Where the hell's that bold? There
That's
it
the
is.
6% move higher. Phil, thank you. Adding 62 points to the Dow right now. Kathy Woods, ARK Fund, finishing up July double digits, snapping
And
it.
I had
Okay,
the.
where's that other chart?
It deleted itself, so let me add it back in.
Okay, and then all this stuff down here, all this. Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. Okay, that's okay. That's a lot. Is that the same stuff there, or just different?
It's the same stuff that you had, so I haven't added anything.
Okay,
else.
just that chart there, and then let me see the top part. Nvidia closed for 68.14% gain. Okay, all right, just add that chart there, and then preview it. Let me see the preview.
We're in a recession, which you might say would be better for her stocks. The unprofitable.
Let me send out that text.
Which have been slammed on the Fed raising interest rates, the lower multiples. You buy typically growth stocks during weaker economic periods and lower interest rates, which is something we have.
Captain Thomas said he even got a lower price. Oh yeah, Captain Thomas got a Nvidia at 337. He just posted his gains right there. Look at that.
Alright, I'm going to close it, you said?
Yeah, let me do did you do on the right side, the close?
Close.
No, over here.
Oh,
I'm
close.
talking about, yeah, get rid of that, go down, we gotta look at this.
Okay.
Sell price,
Giving up on those type of stocks.
expiration, strike. That wasn't the right strike.
That was something different, but this is the Nvidia trade, so.
Alright, we'll change that there to that 182.50.
But even
I don't know why that
in the
one's there.
recessionary narrative, she buys more Roku on Friday, right? An area which would
This is the right one though, right?
This is the Nvidia one that you
Flirting a
had.
little bit
Okay,
today. Roku's
go
up
down.
3.4%, but yeah, but they've
Okay,
seen
set
inflows
featured
this
image.
year. They have not seen
Make it this one?
outflows to correspond
That's
with
the
the
closed
performance.
chart.
So
Yeah, okay,
it would
perfect.
turn out
Set.
if we
That's
do
the
go
closed
into a
image.
deep
No,
recession,
that
is
one.
it necessarily good
Okay,
for
now
these
preview.
stocks? Maybe you want growth stocks. Maybe you also want stocks with positive free cash flow and earnings.
Yeah, she would argue you want areas that are going to have a larger percentage of GDP spending,
Close,
IT
that's right
spending,
there.
innovation,
see up.
productivity, that sort of thing. But it's
Close.
fascinating to watch. Gives us a real
Okay.
bellwether as to see how sentiment's
Yeah, sure.
tracking.
One right
Meanwhile,
there.
Bitcoin,
Nice
speaking of which,
chart.
falling today after the best month
Original
since
entry and
October
the
of
closed
last year.
entry.
What we
and
might
everything
expect in the
else.
days ahead and where you might
That
spend
good,
if
yep.
you're interested in crypto. When we're back at 3.
And then once that gets posted, then you get that link. Go back to this one.
At Avocado, we believe
Down,
what's
right?
better for you is
Just
better for the
publish.
planet. That's why we're so
Update,
excited
yep.
to introduce a new radically
Now what we'll do
affordable
is
control
the
organic
app
methods,
alert. So
starting at just
go to the
$10.
trades page on the site there.
Okay, when this does.
Yeah, once that post, and then attach that link to the app alert,
Okay.
and then send that out. There's Captain Thomas there. He closed out NVIDIA $2,446.24. That was a nice one there, Captain. He also did a SPY call there for a $116 gain. That was nicely done.
Organic materials you've come to expect.
Nicely done.
But at a price that puts sustainability and a great night's sleep in reach of everyone. Learn more at
China now closing the strait and openly prohibiting traffic around Taiwan. Oh man, shit's going down.
Okay, so
You know.
copy this permanently right here, correct?
Click on that.
Copy it, or go to it. Boom.
Yep.
Copy this.
Copy that. Put that in. And then
And
you know
send it
the
out to
top
me.
news there. Closed NVIDIA for 68.14% gain. Click here to view trade alert, and then that link. Dr. G's out of NVIDIA. That was a beautiful swing trade. Now we just got to get those financials in the green there. Close those out. We got time on those.
Girl, you can do better.
Okay, wow, I'm right here.
And you can do better too, at least with your big name wireless carrier. With Xfinity Mobile, you can get unlimited for $30 per month on the nation's most reliable 5G network. They can even save you hundreds a year on your wireless bill over T-Mobile, AT&T, and Verizon.
No, I can do better.
Yes, you can.
I can do better too.
Break free from the big three and switch to Xfinity Mobile.
Where we close it at 7.23%.
You close it at 7.23 for the.
Perfect. Okay, I'm
Contracts,
sending
yeah.
out that.
OM, Oscar Michael shares resume trading at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time.
Profit on that one was how much? $5,860.
July was a good month for the markets, but a great month for crypto. Bitcoin at almost 30%. Arcade Ranger
That was nice. We closed that out beautifully. And she did get another $2 climb there, but I'm okay with that. Look at that. So we made that. I'm looking at the text alerts. We sent that text alert out July 28th, 3:19 p.m. And we were in that trade for 3 days.
Nice swing.
3-day trade for $5,800. You can't beat that. You cannot beat that.
Alright, alerts are sent out, everything's sent out, so we should be good to go.
Edison on YouTube, he asked, was that a day trade or swing trade? That was a swing trade that we made on July 28th. So let me get to the website here so you guys can see. So if we go over here and we take a look and we go to trades, trade alerts. Here was that trade that we sent out. What is going on here? Bro, I think you're signed in my account there
On what?
on the website.
No, it's, I'm on one.
Okay, let me refresh this then.
Reuters reporting Iraq oil exports at 3.303 million barrels per day in July.
Okay. There we go. Just re-entered my password there. All right, so here was that NVIDIA trade right here that we made. Closed 68.14%. Dylan, come here.
What's up?
Come here. Okay, so here was the closing trade on NVIDIA. Here was the trade that when we got into it, she was at 180.77. This was the opening trade. Buy to open NVIDIA July 29th, 185. And you had the wrong expo date. All right, I just went over. Here was the opening chart, closing chart. Here was the opening trade right there. And you had the wrong one right here too. That's the one that was at 4:30. Yeah. Dylan's doing the alerts here, so he just copied the last alert and he saw that, it went in like that. But you guys had that trade in and closed it out for 68% gain.
Longer term price action depends more on the
Guys, Dylan sent out, he copied the last trade we were in on NVIDIA by accident there. So he's just updating that with the new information from that trade that we had. Because on the website, we had the 2 NVIDIA trades, and he updated the last one that we had from the prior week. So he's going in there fixing that now, resending that out for you. But same thing, 68.14% gain. And let me get that over here. And here was that NVIDIA trade, just so I could show you guys.
understands common risk principles and practices. And to that end, we've actually become much more busy than we typically are, given the lean in by the industry to looking for those higher quality participants.
Chris Silke, that's interesting. Thank you very much. From Cumberland.
Thank you.
Let's get a news update this morning with Contessa Brewer. Hi, Contessa.
Carl, good morning to you. Here's your CNBC News update right now. The first ship carrying grain from Ukraine left the port in the southern city of Odessa. After months of a Russian blockade,
let's see.
a mounting global food crisis. A breakthrough follows a United Nations-backed deal
But
between Kyiv and Moscow late last month. 16 more ships that have been blocked since the beginning of the Russian invasion are also waiting to leave Odessa. Cleveland Browns quarterback Deshaun Watson will be suspended
then
for 6 games
sold.
after violating the league's personal conduct policy, according to multiple reports. Watson signed a 5-year, $230 million guaranteed contract.
7.23, divide that by 4.44, 62.84% gain. 60.
Edgewell Personal Care Company announced it's issued a voluntary nationwide recall of 3 batches of Banana Boat sunscreen after the presence of benzene was found. A recall was issued for 3 batches of
Banana Boat sunscreen recalled after traces of benzene detected.
an aerosol cans, and of course, Carl,
Great.
benzene is a known carcinogen, bad for humans.
Alrighty, there we go. Let me
US
post this in the
Treasury
trade
and
room.
6 entities to Iran sanctions list.
All right, so here was that NVIDIA trade. Let me get that up. Trade room. What the hell are all those messages on YouTube? All right, so here you go, guys. Here is that trade. Here was the one that we made for those of you that were asking about it. So here's when we bought it. We filled 20 contracts. This was August, or when was this here? Right here. July 28th, 15:14 p.m., 4:44 we were in, and here was our sell. 7:23, and that was obviously today there. So nice quick swing trade on NVIDIA, 62.84% gain. Nicely done there. And then over here, this is our Capital One and our JPM trades. So nicely done on that one. He's resending that one out. He sent out the one that we had last week, or the week before, whatever one that last one was there. Let's see. Kara said she was in NVIDIA. Nice job, Kara.
That's PWTR.
Kara, I sent you a message there on Facebook too about your class there. So not sure if you got the message, but you could check out Facebook Messenger.
We will not allow anyone to tear down someone else's position. This is a place for the news.
The facts, the truth, the news with Shepard Smith.
Boeing up $8.91 there, continuing a nice breakout. AMD up 3%. I'm waiting to see if NVIDIA is going to hold that 185 and start that climb again. If it does, I might do a quick day trade right back up to that 188. I'm watching Q's starting to take off now over to the right. If you take a look at Q's, you know, we're getting a nice little breakout on Q's again. Came right back down to, what, 315.34 there, getting that breakout. Looking pretty good. Watching SPY over there, watching JPM, Capital One.
Average price of $37.24.
John, where'd you get that news there about that they're closing the strait and all that? Let me see. Where did he say that?
Reversing now and pulling back here, $40.92.
U.S. Pelosi will arrive at Songshan Airport tomorrow.
So far, Alibaba trying to maintain its listing on the NYSE meanwhile, while working with U.S. regulators on some audit requirements. Joining us this morning, Ben Harburg, MSA Capital Managing Partner.
South China issued a warning on Monday and prohibited entry into the area of the South China Sea due to military exercises. Could you imagine if China freaking blew Nancy out of the sky?
Alright, my apologies on that again. I didn't see the other one, but I've got the trade close, where you bought it at, where it sold at, and everything. Profit gains and everything's correct as far as dates.
That's what I want to see.
As far as dates.
But close. We got to put the actual trade in here too. There's, well, there's no trade here. Where's the trade at? Say trade open right above there. Is there one trade open? Trade open with the price. So right here, NVIDIA, August 5th, 2022, 182.50 call. The entry price. Trade opened at that, and then trade closed right below it.
overall malaise in the economy. We saw some revenge buying.
That was on the 28th. It was right there. Let me see. Hold on. Right here. Yep, on the 7/28.
There is an overall apprehension in the market with consumers worrying about what the future may hold, and therefore maybe less likely to consume at rates that they had been projected to.
Ben, your headquarters is in Beijing, and as someone who is advising and talking to all these Chinese companies, what can you tell us about the risk factor of Taiwan?
Man, that's gonna be scary if they did something there with in China there with Pelosi coming, John. I could just imagine what would happen. There we go. Qs are starting to get another nice breakout there. We're starting to see Capital One take off there again, and watching SPY and Qs. Expo like that. Expo.
Chinese response to this, what looks to be now more
Instead of 18,
from Pelosi in the next few hours, maybe.
always keep them at 14.
Will really be the driver, not something from the American side.
I forgot NVIDIA.
Overall, I think it'll have a limited impact on the commercial side of things.
For Chinese companies, for American companies, or for both?
See, it's always going to be seeing trade open,
Closed trade. Okay.
trade closed,
And then
go game.
Commercial relationship between the two countries.
You don't have to put closed at.
A pushback from the Chinese side.
Up here, closed trade will be there. That's the same.
The Chinese are going to try to draw a line in the sand here and ward off this trip however possible and make significant political related threats around it.
We mentioned China Tech in the lead. Why do you think the hammering continues? And why wouldn't the government, given the malaise among the broad populace that you talk about, want to give at least some policy tailwind to these names that have been so beaten down?
You know, a month ago I would have said that we were expecting further stimulus, that given the really, the 0.4% slump year on year in terms of GDP
What
growth.
price? 723.
There would have been more of government action on stimulus, on lowering interest rates, potentially printing
So
more money.
nice, simple, and then up above it, we got to put NVIDIA like we do.
Growth, and at least created some more positive news stories. The information that came out of the Politburo meeting on Thursday, where they essentially kind of walked back or didn't mention hitting the 5+% GDP growth figure, caused me to worry that we're not going to see, at least in the short term, a lot of those levers being pulled, and therefore maybe they're holding it back for Q4, who knows, but it doesn't feel like there is as much.
Always do it like this. So 0801 2022.
Sense as to what growth will look like there in 23?
We don't have to put a dollar sign. That's going to automatically.
In harder terms?
Haven't seen the numbers yet, but certainly as we've said consistently, this is a government that ties its legitimacy to economic growth.
Okay, and then you have the opening chart. So put the opening chart there, and then you have that bot closed, and then we just need the opening chart. And then I want you to, take a print out of that or something, so you know that's the format. That's the way we want that every day. Look at that. John's even reading the Chinese newspaper to give us the news there. And Ray, ChinaDaily.com. Look at that breakout on Qs. What a move there. All right, let's see here what else we could be looking at. Man, PayPal up 2.66%. PayPal earnings after the bell tomorrow, guys. What do you think about a swing trade on PayPal? We could have another nice gain there. 3-month daily on PayPal. That's looking pretty nice there, coming off those lows. That should be an easy $100 target there.
31.35.
Man, what a pullback on PayPal from those highs. $300 all the way down to freaking $60. Pelosi kicks off trip to Asia. Maybe she'll stay over there. Apple having a nice day there. Nice breakout on Apple. Walmart looking good. Capital One on the climb again. JP Morgan got a nice breakout back above 114. So now we close out of that NVIDIA trade. Now remember, guys, so let's go back now and reiterate what we did here. So first off, we had a shorter term expiration on NVIDIA, right? We had the August 5th. There's a reason why we got the August 5th expo. And let me show you why we did that. So if you take a look here in the trade room earlier, let me see. Wow, a lot of activity in the trade room today. Let me get it. So here it is. So this is why we got into that NVIDIA trade. It was a piggyback trade based off of AMD earnings that are going to be tomorrow after the close, right? So we did a piggyback trade off of NVIDIA. That worked out extremely well. Closed that out for a 60-some% return there. And that was a piggyback trade, right? So that was a nice trade. We closed that out, $5,800 profit. Now, the financials, we got an August 19th expiration. So there's a reason why we wanted that time, you know, because short term, this is earnings week, right? So we're going to see some volatility during earnings week here. So that's the reason why we went out a little bit further with the financials there. We wanted to give it some time, come off those lows there, and continue that breakout. So really nice gain on NVIDIA. Now what we're going to be doing is looking for an addition to JP Morgan and Capital One once the time's right. And Capital One's starting to break out again. She's at 109 a share after being at 105 a share this morning at the lows. You know, so we're back at 109. So that's a nice 4-point climb off the lows there today, and still climbing. And JP Morgan 114.17. So that's looking good. We'll look to add to those. Now, what I wanted to do is look at buying maybe 20,000 shares of Under Armour. So Under Armour UA, I was thinking about buying some shares and selling some covered calls against it. I was also thinking about a possible Oxy earnings trade because ExxonMobil, Chevron, they had a huge record profit, year, really. They had record profits from those gas prices being sky high along with oil prices. So I think Oxy's going to have a good one. Warren Buffett loaded up. He's got, $10 billion in that one there. So I really think that's going to continue that breakout there as well. So that's one I definitely want to keep an eye on. Robinhood there, those shares have tumbled. So that's going to be a nice one to keep an eye on there. See if anything happens with that. So those are the ones I like. I like PayPal, I like AMD, I like Oxy, I like BP, and I like Under Armour. I really do. I like those. Those are the ones that I like right now. Ferrari, did you guys see about the news article that there's a record number of Rolexes on the market there and higher end luxury things because of the drop of crypto and the drop of the market? All those, big time investors now, that they think they're big shots there. They were selling their Rolexes, they were selling their luxury cars. So Ferrari, I don't know. I think that they're going to have a miss, to be honest with you. DraftKings, I know that's a favorite in the trade room there. I think they should have a beat. Kellogg's, I know John likes that one. He's got shares of that long term. That's looking pretty good. But these are the ones that I like right there. Carvana, I think that one's going to get a climb there off those lows. That was a big pullback after last earnings. So Booking, that's going to be an interesting one to look at. But Under Armour and PayPal and Oxy and BP, those are the top 4 right there that I'm looking at possibly making a trade on today going into earnings. I like those. And we got Qs breaking out again. Qs, nice breakout there on Qs. Let's take a look. See if we can make a day trade here on SPY or Qs. SPY, that's a nice breakout there. That looks like it consolidated. If you get a green candle tomorrow on SPY, you're looking for that continuation up to at least that 420. If we take a look at Qs there, 3-month daily, we're at the highs of the day right now on Qs, 317.71. I wouldn't even mind getting into some Q calls and target at least 320 here if we wanted to pick up a day trade on Qs. Or even if we wanted to get a quick swing trade on Qs and go out until that Friday Expo. That's looking pretty good there. So got quite a bit there to look at. Capital One taking off there again. Looking good. Q's just at about highs of the day. Let's see. Dow Jones said he bought Oxy this morning. He's up 15%. Nicely done there. Island Time says PayPal or Starbucks trade ideas. I don't like Starbucks. No way in hell do I like Starbucks there. I was actually talking to them, and, they definitely seen a pullback. With the way the economy, first thing people are cutting are those, $10 coffees from Starbucks.
Wow, I can do better.
Yes, you can. I can do better too.
No. Let's do it like this. that the right thing too? Where it
OPEC
says
oil
elevated?
output rises in July. 310,000 barrels per day.
What was the percentage gain?
68.14.
No, it wasn't.
OPEC's quote about members
That was
on
with
the
that old
July
trade.
output target by
No, that was
1.3
for this
million
one.
barrels
No, it
per
wasn't.
day.
62.84.
Supply
We were
drops
in
most
at
in
444
Nigeria.
out at
Oh,
723.
Okay.
Now, you didn't put that. You didn't put that price on that other one, did you?
Let me see.
I hope not.
On semi, the biggest laggard on the S&P today following
Thought that was
results.
for what?
That's from
After
Reuters.
chips following results from names like Intel and Qualcomm last week. Christina Cortinolos joins us with what's going on. Order itself.
JP Morgan breaking out again, 114.29.
Crude currently off the lows at 93.58, down more than $5 now.
Let's see Oxy here. I might do something with Oxy. That's climbing off those lows nicely. John Rhodes, you're still in Oxy, right? You have that 66 strike, you said? It's looking ready for a big breakout. There goes Q's. New highs of the day on Q's. Big breakout. Capital One 109.03. And we got JP Morgan taking off near 114.50 on JPM. Nice breakout there. Man, Amazon up $4 there too. Nice, nice, nice.
Biden's doctor says Biden remains positive in COVID tests.
And that Capital One, she's almost green for the day, guys. Almost green for the day on Capital One. That's going to be a nice one. All right, we got to look for that next swing trade. I want to make a good swing trade here. I'm not worried about a day trade for a couple grand. I want to make a good swing trade for another 60, 70%er. Capital One's taking off beautifully here. Take a look at COF. COF, 109.15 on COF. Nice breakout there. I mean, look at that pullback that we had this morning, and she came right back. So that's what I mean about being patient and disciplined with those expo dates. If we could reach that 110 today, I'll be really happy for that Capital One and probably be adding to it. Let's see, John says Oxy. Target, stable dividend. Target had that big pop today. I'm not going to look to get into that just yet. I do want to get into Oxy, though. I really think that's going to be a good one there. Let me see. So if I got, let's see, if I got 5,000 shares of Oxy, 5,000 times 64.75, that'd be about a $323,000 trade. There goes Q's. New highs of the day on Q's, 318.21. Continuing that breakout, that's looking pretty good. I wouldn't even mind picking up Q's. And it's really up to us what we want to do. If we want to pick up some Q calls, going out maybe to that August 19th expo, that monthly expo, or if we want to pick up an Oxy, a higher risk earnings trade there, we could certainly do that as well. And there goes Q's. Another big breakout on Q's, 318.29, continuing to run on Q's. So if I did an Oxy trade here, I'd look at something like this. So Oxy would be this week's expo, buy to open, sell to open. We could pick up the regular calls there, but like I said, I think we could have a larger gain here with that August 5th expiration. So let me take a look at this and see what that implied move is there. Oxy, that implied move is 6.62% if you remember. So she's at 64.70 now. So 64.7, multiply that by 1.0662. That brings us up to around 68.99. So I could look at that 67, 68, or even that 68, 69 vertical spread there if I wanted to see that.
No, we were good. So just send it.
For just $30.
62.83.
It's their best unlimited price ever.
$30? That's awesome.
Yeah, and it's from the most reliable 5G network in America.
For $30 a line, I'm switching now.
Yeah, it's easy. And you get $960 when you switch the whole family.
Print all this out so I don't feel like
Derailin, Mullen,
I apologize. I was
shares
trying to rush
Blackwood
and get
the
those
highest
down
now,
because we can't
around 90
rush on
cents,
these.
13%.
Definitely not.
Blackwood Uniform, Lima November.
Okay, and you're sure that's the right one?
100%.
How do I copy that and paste that just to see?
It's already copied.
Reported
It's right here
earlier
as well
to
too.
open the 100. They opened the EV Development Center in Irvine, California. That's Blackwood Uniform, Lima November.
Trade opened, trade closed,
Okay,
and
good.
it went back. So it was on the date that we opened it.
Well, expensive fitness gear. I can't afford
Date that we closed it, bought,
State Farm has
Close.
rates that fit your budget.
because the other article was for that other one. So cool.
Perfect. Yeah, as long as on the other page here on the right-hand side the dates are right, then we're good. There goes Q's continuing to break out, guys, and Capital One's continuing on the climb there, and JP Morgan is now at highs of the day on JP Morgan. Nice breakout here, team. Nice breakout. Our trades are looking fantastic. Man, Boeing's up 11 bucks almost there. PayPal up 2.89%. Now let me take a look at this Oxy here quick. So if we look, so that could get up to 69 bucks. So if I look at that 68, 69 vertical spread there, 21 cents to be worth $1. So divide that by 0.21, that's a 376% gain. You know, that's not too bad there. So if I put 10 grand on that, you know, let's see, if I put $5,000 just, 5,000 divide that by $20 a contract, that'd give me 250 contracts. 250, multiply that by $100, that'd be 25,000. So a $5,000 trade into 25,000 for a net profit of 20,000. That doesn't look too bad there, but we need Oxy at $69 or higher by this Friday. So if you think Oxy is going to be 69 or higher by this Friday, you could do net debit limit order there for 0.20 and look for that quick, 400% gain there. There it goes, JP Morgan breaking out there near 115 a share on JPM. Capital One's almost at highs of the day. They're only down 49 cents on the day after being down about 4% earlier. So continuing to break out on the financials. That's exactly what we wanted to see, especially with that August 19th monthly expo. Let's see here. NVIDIA 188. Texas Instruments there. That one's starting to get a little bit of a climb. Micron up 3%. That's looking good. And Embraer's up almost 4% there. Ford shares up 4% there, continuing to break out. Look at that Ford. Look at that breakout on Ford. I mean, that is one hell of a breakout there. I'd be looking for that 1750 on Ford if you wanted to buy some shares and sell some covered calls against it, or if you just wanted to pick up some options for it a little bit further out. Avis there up $1.21. Apple there 79 cents.
Again, Bloomberg reported that Semtech to acquire the company. In talks to acquire the company, shares Semtech at a high of 65.51, now at 62.20, down 0.2%.
Let's see, Skyjack up 20% on NVIDIA. John up $600 on Target, 25%, nice. Manny's out of Intel calls for 100% gain. Nice job there, Manny. All right, so let's take a look here. So we have an opportunity here for an Oxy trade. That's what I would be picking up, something like that. Now let's take a look at the 67.68 vertical spread. You know, that's going for 27 cents to be worth $1. So divide that by 0.27. That'd be a max net gain of 270% if we're at $68 a share or higher. I like that one. PayPal, we could look at PayPal, but PayPal probably has a higher IV. Let's see what the implied move is on PayPal. PYPL. So that has just about an 11% implied move this week. So here was Oxy, right? Let me post this in the trade room for Oxy so you guys could see that implied move there. Upload. All right, now let me get the PayPal one up. So that implied move there, 10.77%, August 5th. That's for PayPal. It's got earnings August 2nd after the close, which is tomorrow. So that's a big implied move there. So now what we're going to do here is we're going to go over here and on this option chain. First, we're going to see what PayPal's at here. PYPL. Okay, there's a 3-month daily zooming out there. I think that could easily hit $100 there. She's at $89 now. So if we look at PayPal and we do that 89.08, 89.08, multiply that by 1.1077, that would bring shares up to 98.67 a share. So right around that $100 there. So, you know, if we wanted to look at a vertical spread, an out of the money vertical spread on PayPal within range there, we could be looking at that. Let's see here, that we could look at 98.99, possibly 99.100. 98.99 going for 20 cents there. That's another 400%er. So that's not bad. If we do that 99.100, it's going for about 19 cents to be worth $1 if we wanted to pick that up. Got to decide if I wanted to do a PayPal trade or an Oxy trade. I think Uber is going to have a big miss tomorrow morning, to be honest with you. I really do. UBER, this stock, $23.89. I can't see Uber beating. I mean, they are struggling. Edison, we factor in everything with our trades there, yes. We entered into NVIDIA based on a piggyback trade there off of AMD.
Yes, there are Democrats' plans for that new corporate minimum tax would hit the manufacturing industry the hardest. That's according to an analysis by the Joint Committee on Taxation. Under this proposal, companies with $1 billion...
Let's see, PayPal. I'm looking to see what's moving. Intel had a big freaking move back up to $38 there on Intel.
SWIR resuming trade now.
Companies would need to pony up. The JCT projects half of them are in the manufacturing sector. Tech and media companies make up 11%.
29.44 now, 29.76. Again, the company's said to be in talks to be
Capital
acquired
One,
by
109.30 a share, and we got JPM 114.90. Got some decent gains here today.
That's Sandy Whiskey, India, Romeo, SWIR.
And guys, remember, when you lock in profits, put some of that money into another account there. Put some of that money in another account.
There can be no winners in a nuclear war. It should never be started.
Putin says there's no winners in a nuclear war and it should never be started. Well, that's good news to hear from him. Usually he's the one saying, I want nuclear war. He always threatens. So that's good sign there from Putin saying that. We got Capital One there taking off again, almost at highs of the day, reaching almost 109.50. Only down 40 cents on the day now in Capital One. And we got JP Morgan at highs of the day right now, 115.03 on JP Morgan. She's only down 30 cents on the day, 0.29%, and continuing to break out there. I'm going to be pissed I closed out of that NVIDIA trade. I could already feel it. Tomorrow she's going to be at $200 a share, and I'd be like, damn, I could have made another $30,000 on that. But I'm okay with that. I really am. $5,800 profit on that. I can't complain. There goes Capital One breaking out again. And JP Morgan at highs of the day again, 115.11, continuing to break out there. Looking good. Qs are pulling back down to that blue 20-day simple moving average on a today 1 minute.
STLA, Stellantis,
but daily's still looking good.
Stellantis announced $99 million total investment for new engine production at 3 North American plants. That's in Tango Lima Alpha. STLA.
Netflix having a pretty good day there as well. Here was the Under Armour that I was looking at. Look at how nicely Under Armour is climbing there. She was at $8 this morning. She's at $8.40. I mean, that's a nice climb there off those lows. I really think Under Armour is going to have a good beat there. I think I'm going to pick up some shares of UA. Let's see. Maybe just a smaller $25,000 trade. $25,000, divide that by 8.4. That'd get me about 3,000 shares. Let's see, 5,000 shares, multiply that by 8.39. That'd be about a $42,000 trade. So I think I might do that. Let me take a look there and see what they're expecting. Ray, you could message me and we could certainly talk about that. Yes. We got to talk about that, though, before you promote that at all. That's I'm very firm on that. So please refrain from talking about it until we could get together and talk about the details. We could do that today. Because there's definitely a certain way I want that done. Okay.
WRIP Wrap Technologies getting some volume in here now. $1.91, up 4%. Whiskey Romeo Alpha Papa.
So I think the most important things from both Snap and from Meta, we heard that digital advertising was very weak. Also Roku, who said in June, which was the last month of the second quarter, digital advertising just sort of came to a stop. And that has read-through effects for a lot of the digital advertising companies like Trade Desk or Magnite or anything with like Disney or Paramount. So I am worried now about the advertising growth rates for the second quarter. I'm worried about those companies making their second quarter guidance.
So what do you make though of Alphabet and how relatively strong it was, and then Amazon's ad business was also strong, perhaps because there's less guesswork involved there?
And I want to pick up some shares. What do you guys think about picking up some shares of Under Armour? I was thinking about picking up 5,000 shares of UA.
So I think that's a great point, and Amazon was asked about that on their call, and they specifically said that they continue to see strength in advertising because they closed.
Do I want to pick that up? Intel had such a break out there. That's a killer. Netflix up almost $3 there. Disney back at 106.46.
Which is where we're in now. In terms of, I agree with you on search over at Alphabet. It grew 14%, quite robust growth. Not disappointing, but YouTube only grew 5%.
REV Revlon getting some volume here with Romeo Echo Victor shares are flat to the Romeo Echo Victor.
TikTok is really hurting Meta and Snap. So it could be a more structural issue, or it could be a cyclical issue that's slowing. Remember YouTube, we were disappointed in YouTube's growth last quarter, which was up 14%, and in the second quarter it was up 5%, which is quite a meaningful deceleration from a disappointing number 90 days ago.
Laura, you mentioned Meta. This morning Kramer talked about Fang. He didn't say Fang. Instead, he said Ang because at this point, does Meta even deserve to get included in that group? I know you've got an underperform, and your general view is that their focus on the metaverse sort of implies fears about the viability of their historical collection of business.
I agree with that. I think the trouble we have with Meta is it doesn't own its content and it doesn't own its distribution. It's getting hurt with privacy changes in iOS because almost all of its distribution is on someone else's platform, Apple's platform. So it gets Apple makes policy decisions similar. Its content is by creators. It's 100% social network. So what happens is those most lucrative creators are moving to TikTok. And it can't control them. It can't. So it's actually losing its content.
Man, do I want to pick up that UA trade?
But meanwhile, it's having to really hurt its monetization. We estimate it monetizes at about a fifth of newsfeed, and its algorithms are pushing people into Reels, which is its TikTok knockoff, but it doesn't monetize there, so it's actually having to shoot from a revenue point of view to try to win against TikTok. At the same time, it's investing a fortune in the metaverse, which it hopes makes a return on investment in 2030.
Do you think that explains why the color of Zuckerberg's conference calls with employees, his memos about hiring, discipline, cost discipline?
See, I'm at that point now. Whenever I start to get that cough, I know it's my sugar. I just took my sugar. It's freaking too.
You said that's from the coffee, right?
Yeah, it's usually from the coffee. I don't know why it gets like that. When I start to get a cough like this, it's always because my sugar's high. Always. It is weird. But I think it's that. Now my finger won't stop freaking bleeding.
You don't have diabetes, do you?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, okay.
That's why.
Yeah, that's basically that's all it is. It's because of that.
But it's been good though, cause I've been eating healthy. But now, well, last night though, I don't know what happened. I was up late doing exams, and freaking Sophie, she likes those Nutter Butters or whatever the hell they are. I had a freaking case of them last night. Yeah, I had like 10 packs of them. I know. I was just doing my exams. There's only like 4 in a pack, so during the course of about 4 hours, I freaking ate the whole thing. She's probably gonna be asking about them. Boeing up $11, 6.5%. I'm looking for that swing trade, guys. We're gonna be making a swing trade soon. I'm debating if I want to do Under Armour or Oxy. I like both of them. I'm watching COF up top there, 109.37, near highs of the day. Debating if I want to get into some shares of Under Armour or Oxy. That's the big one. I'd also like to get an Intel because, you know, that one has that big X dividend coming up, and that's looking pretty good there. Spotify's paying customers will soon get separate play and shuffle buttons. Apple.
OPTN, Optinos spiking here on some volume coming in, Oscar Papa Tango November. OPTN. Mayor Adams declares monkeypox state of emergency in state of emergency in New York City. That news story.
New York City state of emergency.
Roku didn't suspend guidance, but when it took it to only up 3%, stock hit 25%. So I think the notion of uncertainty is going to create some conservatism.
That's the Bloomberg headline, but that news was out over the weekend on New York City, also New York State declaring a state of emergency.
It's completely unclear. I mean, with the uncertainty, it's completely unclear we're going to have that draconian slowdown.
We'll see. Maybe a little optimism backlash. Laura Martin, thank you.
Thank you. A good July, but tech stocks are still having a tough year, as you already know. Retail investors feeling a bit confident, though, ramping up their investments according to this piece in the Journal today. Purchases of a basket of popular tech names, including FANG, now hitting the highest level since at least 2014. Joining us this morning is the author of that piece, CNBC contributor Gunjan Banerjee of the Journal. Gunjan, great insight this morning about that. Even the way in which investors are piling into leveraged ETFs, which I thought was fascinating too.
It's a really interesting moment for tech in particular, and what we're seeing is that individual investors, many of them are doubling down on the sector despite the volatility that we've seen. You know, tech has been at the center of the market mayhem.
Let me see, total monkeypox cases.
I'm holding on to these stocks, and as you pointed out, a lot of them are also turning to these leverage funds, which are incredibly rich funds like TQQQ, SQQQ.
I love how the CDC has like a live interactive freaking case by case in the U.S.
For individual investors to buy this year.
Is it your sense that the sentiment is, I believe...
New York City on Saturday declared monkeypox a public health emergency. Now, this headline from Bloomberg says it was declared a state of emergency in New York City.
What they've lost so far in tech.
You know, I think there's a number of factors driving this. Several investors I spoke with said, look, I've had these stocks for a few years now. Maybe they won't grow at the pace they did in prior years, and we saw that with the FANG names last week. But I still think they'll be great businesses to buy and hold. I still believe in even Facebook, Microsoft, Apple, Amazon. And I think we saw that in the market last week, right? Where many of these mega cap names did report slowing growth, but many investors piled into the names. And people do seem confident in their ability to weather recession. On the other side, I also saw some individual investors saying, hey, what's the next Apple? What's the next Amazon? And even looking to riskier, more speculative investments in the tech sector.
Okay, Gunjan, are retail investors just swallowing the soccer ball at this point, like a bunch of first and second graders trying to play soccer, just going, chasing wherever the market goes? Because it seems like,
Wow, there's 5,200 monkeypox cases already. What's up?
See what John R. just said? Saying that Oxy could be reporting during the market hours today.
Yeah, that's the one thing. Look at Skyjack too. Delta high of the day.
So what I've learned, John, is that these investors
Ray, I'm not jumping on a $30,000 private jet to come see you. That's out of the question, brother.
A lot of individual investors I've spoken with are buy and hold investors. They are stampeding into markets in times of volatility. Others are playing on.
John, what do you have on Oxy? How much do you have on that one? I'm thinking if I want Oxy shares or Oxy calls here. Skyjack just said he jumped into Oxy. I'd love to jump into something on Oxy there. Do I want shares or do I want... Let me see. When is their Oxy dividend date? Oxy X dividend date. Oh, it's coming up. Coming up.
Usual space, or still quite a bit above it?
I think we're closer to that. You know, the last time I looked at this data a few weeks ago,
September 9th, ex-dividend date. How much is it paying? Wow, that pays a good freaking dividend. Wow. 6.39%.
Oh wow.
Finally, Gunjan, you know, we're in the month of August. You know, we always like to keep track.
I don't trust this site, though. Let me look at another site.
But also the fact that it is a midterm year, and whether or not politics are going to start to influence trade more aggressively in the next 100 days. Exactly, actually.
I think that milk, that Starbucks milk, might have been bad. My stomach's feeling weird. Oxy X dividend date. Okay, let's see.
But there have just been so many headwinds this year, so many challenges for markets, from inflation, tougher recession. Right now, I feel like all the focus on that.
Yeah, so see, Nasdaq's only showing 0.79%.
More attention to the elections, which did cause quite a bit of volatility.
Do I want to get Oxy or do I want to get ExxonMobil or Chevron on the pullback? Look at friggin' AMD nearing 98. Chevron looks good too, because if Chevron, I mean, obviously Oxy beats there, we'll see Chevron. So we could do a piggyback trade off Chevron or ExxonMobil. ExxonMobil's looking a little more attractive there. John's in, he said, for about $5,000 on Oxy. He's got the 66 strike calls, 50 contracts. He's up about 12%. Nice, John.
ERX resuming after another halt. There's continuing higher now. Up 127%.
127%. What the hell's up 127% there?
You can file a claim right on the app.
Right, but what if I'm old school and I want to talk to a real person?
Just call your agent. At State Farm, we're there for your what ifs.
Square's having a nice day there too. Look at Square. So Square would be a nice piggyback trade off of PayPal. Let's take a look when Square reports. SQ. Okay, Square has earnings this week as well on Thursday. I don't see that on my calendar here though. That's definitely not on here. I'm surprised they don't have Square on here. They don't have that on their earnings calendar. Let's go down the watch list 3-month daily, see which setup looks the best here. Let's start off with Qs. Let's go to 6-month daily. Let me get rid of these. Okay. Qs are looking pretty good. I mean, we could definitely trade the Qs back up to 330, maybe even 350. Amazon up 322. Let me go over to TD here.
Every morning a fresh start with Jimmy Dean Delight's breakfast bowls.
If we do not invest in mental fitness, performance cannot be sustained. Your body can't function without your mind.
On October 10th, Philip sparked a new beginning.
Baidu.
A little nudge from
Baba.
therapist Matthew. Talkspace. Get personally matched today with a
Google doesn't look bad there either.
little help too. I'm Linda Stewart.
Disney's looking good. Netflix is looking great there.
As a member of Congress, I know he will continue to be a champion. Senator Bracey is not only
Love how that JP Morgan came right back there. That's looking good. Bank of America looking good. Now, see, notice how Bank of America on a daily chart there, it's holding that yellow 10-day simple moving average. That's what I mean about looking at those charts at the end of the day there. Delta Airlines 3204, that doesn't look bad there. We got some airlines, JetBlue reporting tomorrow.
Here's a gut check on Palo Alto Networks. Wolf upgrading to outperform, hiking its price target from $499 to $700. That would be about 40% upside from here. They say the stock is one investors can hide out in, and that the company is delivering both growth and free cash flow at an attractive valuation. Shares are up about 2%.
Intel's got that really good dividend coming up. I'd really love to jump in that.
Before a recession, stocks have mostly shrugged off poor economic data. Stocks coming off a big
Let me see what that Intel dividend is. INTC dividend.
tax rate special. We've already bottomed.
That started in February of 21, and it looks like, at least so far,
4.02%, so it's going to be paying about
our flagship strategy.
36.5 cents here.
We actually bottomed before the NASDAQ and the S&P did. The S&P broke down to new lows after that. So that was an early signal that we might be turning the corner here.
That's not bad. I wouldn't mind picking
Our
that
next
up.
guest was there for that interview and disagrees, arguing we could have further to fall. Joining us this morning, Satori Fund's Dan Niles.
Amazon 304. Amazon looks ready for another nice breakout. I'd love to see that back at 160.
From Kathy is that the Fed simply has a lot more work to do. Is that fair?
That's fair. And you have
Twitter, CRM, Goldman Sachs, Nike doesn't look bad there. Love to get in Under Armour. I think I'm going to. At least just pick up a couple shares of it.
just like there's a lag on the upside. So there's a time element here, I think, also that people are forgetting because
PayPal's ready for that breakout there too.
they just started raising rates this year. If you look at their summary,
Boeing looks like that's ready to get that 200 again soon.
quarter to 3.5 at the end of this year, so potentially another 100 basis points.
I love Under Armour there. I really do.
Same projections.
I think that's an easy one, right back up to that $10.
That's where the disconnect is. Because right now, if you look at futures markets, people have the Fed cutting in the March quarter of next year and rates going down. And I think what you're going to find...
Do I want to get in that Under Armour now? I'm watching Q's and SPY pulling back a little bit here, so I'll hold off on the Under Armour trade for now, but definitely one I want to keep an eye on. Visa there too. Look at that pullback Visa had down to, 208 there this morning. 207 actually at the lows there, 207.68. Got back up to almost 212 there. Definitely one we want to keep our eye on. Nvidia's looking great there on a daily. I should go out to that August 19th now and target that 200. That wouldn't be a bad idea if we wanted to do that with Nvidia. We could pick up that 190 call and target 200 for the August 19th expo. FedEx came back from the highs there. BP, that's going to be a nice breakout. They got earnings tomorrow morning.